Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Double tap the screen if you are new to the platform to give it a thumbs up. Also, consider subscribing to the channel if you're new here. So, what exactly are we talking about? Well, there's a YouTuber. He goes by the name New Breed Global Truth. He spread a very vicious lie on Donald Trump this morning, and we have to address it. And as you come into the building, I want you to uh, put on your thinking caps because we have the video. He put said video on private to hide his lies. If you are a New Breed follower, you shouldn't be following that guy. I've warned you guys time and time again that this YouTuber spreads misinformation. He lies, he distorts information, he tries to create chaos and violence by causing whites and blacks to argue on social media. And he does this for profit. Well, this particular YouTuber here, he had a video, as you can see there, it says Donald Trump cancels MLK Day and Juneteenth. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a lie. That is a flat out lie. Also, shout out to Floridine Rollo. I think he's one of the first brothers that actually covered the story. As soon as I see New Breed's video dropped, I just quickly downloaded it. And then, I was preparing my show. And as I was preparing it, I noticed that Floridine Rollo also covered the show, not the show, the story. So shout out to Floridine Rollo. I want to make sure I give proper credit. We have the receipts. We have all the information. It's just sad that this YouTuber would lie to 200,000 viewers. Keep in mind that said YouTuber have over 200,000 subscribers, and he's absolutely irresponsible when it comes to using his platform that he lied to the viewers. All of his viewers were coming at him saying, bro, you're lying. Bro, you're spreading false information. And he kept the video up for a while. The video was literally up for a minute. And then with all the backlash he was getting, he decided to pull the video down. He offered no public apology. He never came to the forefront to, be accountable for all the people that he probably hurt in the process. People were literally talking about becoming violent in the streets. They were talking about how they need to pull up to the national parks and start to ransack the place. People in the comments were literally confused. People believed them. So let's get into the content. Again, guys, as you come to the show, if you're new here, double tap the screen to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Trump get hated a lot. And I don't know what it is about Black influencers. They're so racist towards whites that they lie to their viewers. Now, if you're a Black man, Black woman, you have to be smart. Right is right, wrong is wrong. So let me call out a couple of names. Bob Aronson, the old timer that likes to talk about me all day. Are you going to make a video to talk about New Breed lying? Are you going to make a video about it? Are you going to address it? Are you going to make a video, Bob Aronson, the old man on YouTube who always talk crap about me? Are you going to make a video about New Breed and hold him accountable for publicly lying that Trump canceled an official holiday? Trump don't have the power to do that. This proves once again that New Breed don't know anything about how government is ran. He don't know nothing about politics. He's just a grifter on social media that is trying to incite riots and violence. Red Supreme, are you going to call him out on this? Are you going to call New Breed out and say, bro, you lied. We don't rock with you no more. That was a deliberate lie. Are you going to do it? Epic Mindset, are you going to call out New Breed and say your brother lied? Are you going to hold him to the fire? Are you going to hold his feet to the fire and say, bro, you lied, bro. You lied. Are you going to do it? Is any of New Breed's followers going to call him out through video? Because they were calling him out in the comment section. I got all the receipts. Y'all know I'm the receipt king. I got every receipt that is needed to talk about the situation. So somebody said Trump is racist. No, you're racist. You're racist towards white people. That's why you're at the bottom, because you're racist. This is the problem with Black Americans. Rather than you folks focusing on getting your health right, getting your money right, you're focusing on white and black. Get a life. What are you focusing on? Who's the racist and who's not the racist? How about you getting yourself together? That's like you worrying about everybody else's body. How about you hit the gym and get yourself together so that you can feel good about yourself? See, some of you folks that are blacks, that are racist, you keep this nonsense going year after year, keeping more black people at the bottom, because all you do is create this victim mentality where blacks are just feeling at the bottom. They just feel inferior and they're insecure about themselves. And you always think everybody's a racist towards blacks. I'm tired of hearing that garbage. Go get a job and get some money. Go get some land. Do something with yourself. Be productive. Teach your children to be successful rather than teaching them about slavery all day and being a slave. You live in America. If you don't like Trump, leave America. That'll make America great again. If you leave, why be here? Why live in America if you hate Trump so much? When you had Obama, Obama didn't do anything for you. It doesn't matter who's the president, you're not going to like them. And the reason why you don't is because you don't like yourself. The truth is, you don't like yourself. You're miserable and you don't have a life. That's the problem. If we were to give you everything you need, you wouldn't be worried about Donald Trump. If we were to put $10 million in your bank account, none of you would care about Trump. You'll be too busy living your life. You wouldn't care. And that's your problem. You don't got no money. You're broke. That's the problem. If you really look within, the hate that you have for Trump is really how you feel about yourself. You failed in life. That's the whole point. But don't get mad at me or get mad at Trump and keep this nonsense going on. What are you doing to help your people? What are you doing to help your community? The Asian man helps his community. The Asian man will work hard with his fellow kinsmen to build their communities. The Jewish man helps his fellow Jewish man, and they build their communities. All in New York, the Jewish community continually thrive. They're continually thriving. You know why? Because they help one another and they build community. You know, you look at any other ethnic group of people, they help and build with one another. But when you look at the Black community, we don't do anything. All we do is tear down. All we do is point fingers. Everybody else is the fault. We never hold ourselves accountable. In the Black community, there's nothing but drugs and violence. What are you doing to solve those problems? Nothing. Just complaining all day. And that's the problem. This YouTuber deliberately lied on Trump. That's the topic. So rather than talking about Trump being racist and all this other junk, you can't be racist and be a president, gang. The problem is a lot of you don't know how government run. You're selfish and self-centered. You're like a child. Become a man, become a woman, and take responsibility and accountability for your own life. Each and every one of us have to work to provide for our families. Nobody's going to do a damn thing for us. When your rent is due and that mortgage is due, your neighbors are not going to save you. Nobody's going to save you. It's up to you to do it, right? When you left your mom and dad house, you had to be responsible as a man, as a woman. When your car note come in, you got to pay for that. Ain't nobody going to pay that for you. When you're in debt, you did that. That's nobody's fault. You went to school, you got a school loan, that's your problem. So stop blaming everybody else for your problems. You got a bad relationship, you got with a sorry man or sorry woman, that's your problem. You made the choice, lady. You open your legs, that's your problem. You got a dusty dude that don't want to take care of his kids, that's your problem. That's not nobody else's problem. So stop blaming everybody for what you're going through, right? So now, let's get to the content, do what we need to do. This video is for adults, real Americans. You understand? Real Americans who stand for truth. This YouTuber lied on President Trump. And I'm not going to stand back and watch this content creator lie and not use my platform to defend truth. Now, let's look at the video and find out what he had to say, right? This is the video here. As you can see, this is his video. He deleted the video, gang. He deleted the video. Well, he put it on private, to be honest. He put it on private. But I got the video here for you guys so that y'all can all get this truth. So let's watch the video and hear what he said and hear all the lies and debunk everything. Hold on, let me get the volume right. Give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute. I totally forgot to set my system up. Give me a minute, guys. Make sure you double tap that screen to give it a like. Let's get this thing going. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay. Let's go. Put a 1 if you can hear it.
Man, the Trump administration has lost their damn mind.
You guys can hear it? Put a 1, guys. Okay, y'all can hear it? All right, let's go.
Man, the Trump administration has lost their damn mind. The Trump administration have lost their minds. Y'all make sure y'all double tap the screen on the way in. Get the likes up. So the Trump administration has officially canceled Juneteenth as an official holiday.
That's a lie.
Juneteenth as well as MLK Day. You know what? I think it's about time that it's about time that we cancel all day holidays in our lives. I mean, we need to cancel President's Day. We need to cancel Thanksgiving. We need to cancel Christmas, Easter, Columbus Day. Whatever crapshoot holiday they got, whatever commemoration day they got, it's about time we cancel that.
Okay, let's stop the video right there, guys. So, before we continue, again, shout out to everybody joining the platform. If you can be so kind, double tap the screen to give it a thumbs up. Shout out to the mods. We have Caramel, Kimmy Kim in the building. Shout out to everybody showing up that is new to the platform. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hope everybody's having a blessed day. Drive safe if you're on the road. And hope you enjoy your weekend. So first thing first that we have here is this YouTuber is very hateful. He's a racist. He don't like white people, and he tries to incite riots and violence in terms of making viewers get angry. Now, he claimed that Trump canceled the official holiday of MLK Day and Juneteenth. That is a lie, right? What this YouTuber likes to do is he comes on social media and he just runs with stories. He never do the research. He never do his due diligence to study, to show himself approved, to find out what's really going on. Now, I got all the data of what we need to do in terms of understanding the situation. So I'm gonna put a couple of things on the screen, guys, to hopefully get everybody on the right path. Shout out to Citizen of Humanity for the $2 support. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. And again, guys, be sure to double tap the screen to give it a thumbs up. Really appreciate it, guys. Let's see what we got. Let me put these things on the screen real quick. So now, let me get this up here. Hold on, let me do this. Because remember, I'm working on my cell phone right now. I'm gonna be back in the studio pretty soon, guys. I hope you're able to see that. But let's read this on the screen, guys, because you know, you got to do your research, right? So now, check out what it says. It says Donald Trump has not canceled MLK Day or Juneteenth as a federal holidays, right? They remain officially recognized nationwide. However, the Trump administration has removed them from the list of National Park Service, NPS, free admission days for 2026, adding his own birthday, June 14th, also Flag Day instead. That is what was done, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to go into a little more information on what I believe led to this, because I did a little research to find out the attendance rate of people that would attend these parks for MLK Day and Juneteenth. And based on what I'm getting from the research that I did, because in order for me to come on YouTube as an influencer, as a content creator, I cannot lie to the people. You good people are the ones that make this platform. If I'm lying, your job is to hold me accountable. That's your job. So what I'm asking is for you to do is hold that YouTuber accountable, because he's lying. He's spreading misinformation to deceive, mislead, and cause people to become angry. I'm going to show you comments from people that was on his page. One particular individual was literally like so angry, he was talking to him like we need to go riot at the park. Another was saying, yeah, we need to do this and that. So I got to give it to them. A lot of his viewers were very upset with him, saying you're lying, you're spreading false information. So let's continue to read what's going on here. Oh, I didn't finish my point. My point is, I believe that the free admission was removed because majority of the Black population was not using those services. Meaning the resources that was going into allowing Blacks, or not just Blacks, anybody that want to attend, MLK Day or, Juneteenth for free. It doesn't matter if they're Black or white, but I'm, thinking primarily Black people was not using the free admission. Do you get what I'm saying? Because based on the research, it's a low percentage of Blacks that actually attend. So what's the point of having free admission and nobody's using it? You get what I'm saying? Trump never removed the holiday. The holidays are still there. He never removed that. So why would this YouTuber lie, guys? You have to think about this. This is social media. When a YouTuber lie, twists a narrative, twists a story, that is called misinformation. That's misinformation. And that is what that YouTuber did. He spread a lie so that people can further hate Donald Trump. He don't like Donald Trump. He don't like MAGA, and he don't like me. You know what I mean? So I want you to understand this. So let's read a little bit more about this, guys. Again, if you're so kind, double tap the screen to give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you like my commentary. Appreciate you joining the show. So it says, changes to National Park Free Day. Changes to National Park changes to National Park Fee Free Days. The Department of the Interior, DOI, announced a revised schedule for 2026. Patriotic fee-free days, which applies only to U.S. citizens and residents. Removed fee-free days, Martin Luther King Jr. Day and Juneteenth were removed from the list of days where the approximately 116 parks that charge an entrance fee would waive the charge. So basically, they would waive these charges and people were allowed to just get in. But based on the research, these services wasn't even being used that much. You would think that New Breed, with all his outrage about this, New Breed never attended any of this. New Breed never attended any national park. New Breed never went to any sort of MLK Day at any of these parks. He never did this. He never took his kids because he don't really see his kids. So it's like, why would he has New Breed ever talked about going to a national park day because he's observing Martin Luther King? Where in the Bible did it say for us to put our trust in man? 3 places. Let me get that for you. Da, 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 da. Check this out. According to the Bible, it says here, Psalms chapter 1, 46, 3-4. Do not put your trust in princes, in human beings who cannot save. When their spirit departs, they return to the ground. On that very day, their plans come to nothing. Jeremiah 17:5. Cursed is he who trusts in man, who draws strength from mere flesh, and whose heart turns away from the Lord. Isaiah chapter 2 verse 22 says, stop putting your trust in man, who has only the breath in his nostrils, of what account is he? Psalms 118:8. It is better to trust in the Lord than put your confidence in man. So now, my point, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Why would new breeds be so concerned about Martin Luther King? Why are blacks so obsessed with these days and concerned about these days when they were never taken away? You should be putting your trust in Jesus Christ. So what is the obsession with Martin Luther King? Because the very same YouTuber, he don't believe in celebrating Thanksgiving. He believed that Thanksgiving is a horrible day to celebrate. But yet he want you to celebrate Martin Luther King Day. Yet he want you to celebrate Juneteenth. Like, what sense does that make? The holidays were never taken away. The entrance fee was. Do you understand? It was waived, meaning you could get in for free. But the majority of the black population in the United States were not using these services. As you know, when services are given to us for free and we are not using these services, there's monies that are going into these services. When you're able to come into an event for free, understand that employees got to get paid, merchandise, resources, electricity, heating, all different types of stuff have to be paid for. So it's being funded. So if they're not being used, they're taking that away. Nobody was really attending these things the way you think they were, right? So now the YouTuber went online and said that Trump took away the holiday itself, and it caused public outrage and made people angry because they're like, wow, you mean to tell me Trump took away Juneteenth and Martin Luther? Man, that's racist. All in his comments, they kept calling Trump a racist. They were saying hateful, disgusting, disparaging things about Trump. And this YouTuber needs to be held accountable for that. He needs to be held accountable, guys. We cannot let him get away with spreading hate and misinformation, because I want to tell you something, guys. If it was me, right, I would be crucified on social media. If it was me, right, they would crucify me on social media. So now let's get back to the content, guys. So let's see where we at. Okay, added fee-free days. President Trump's birthday, June 14th, President's Day, Memorial Day, Independence Day weekend, and 110th anniversary of the NPS, Constitution Day, and Theodore Roosevelt's birthday have been added. You see that? That been added to fee-free days. So basically, he ain't take nothing away. Nothing is taken away. The holidays, the official holidays still stand. But these other days that people observe have been given the status of fee-free days. Whereas before, right, you had to probably pay. Do you get my point? So the YouTuber didn't do no research about any of these things. And that is the problem, right? So now, it goes on and it says, and I hope that there are educated people that are in the live chat that are actually paying attention. I know this is a short algorithm, YouTube Shorts algorithm, and a lot of times people have a short attention span when it comes to content because you want something instant and gratifying. This content is for people that are using their brain to understand what's going on. So I'm going to repeat myself. A YouTuber by the name of New Breed Global Truth spread misinformation that Donald Trump basically removed the official holiday of MLK Day and Juneteenth. That is a lie. That's called misinformation, in case you didn't graduate high school. Now, let's go back to the content. It says federal holiday status. Federal holidays can only be created or removed by an act of Congress, not by presidential executive order. Do you see that, ladies and gentlemen? I'm trying to educate you because a lot of you believe that YouTuber's story. The president don't have the power to remove an official holiday. Only Congress can do that. And that goes to show that that YouTuber never graduated high school. He never did. Because if he did, he would have known that, right? Let's see what we got. So, let me see where we at. Okay, Martin Luther King Jr. Day has been a federal holiday since 1983, right? Juneteenth have officially designated a federal holiday with bipartisan support in Congress in 2021. The administration actions specifically concerns the operational policies of National Park Service and an earlier pause on diversity-related special observances within federal agencies, not the official status of the holidays themselves. See, that's the truth, guys. That's the actual truth of what's going on. But yet, people ain't paying attention, guys. They're listening to misinformation on social media. So now, let's look at something else. Again, as you come into the show, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new, and also double tap the screen to give it a thumbs up, right? So now, let's look at this and get this information on screen. So I went into Google and I searched up, did Black people go to National Park Service to attend MLK and Juneteenth for free, right? What are the percentages of attendance? So now look at what we got here. Let's see what we got. It says, yes, Black people attended national parks on MLK Day and Juneteenth, often with fee waivers. But recent policy changes have removed these holidays from the free entry, adding Trump's birthday instead. While overall Black visitors numbers remain low. Notice that. Notice that, guys. While overall Black visitors, think about what I just read there, guys. This is why you have to study, do your research, and understand what's going on. While Black people are in outrage over all of these lies, the facts show clearly that Blacks weren't even attending these parks the way you think. All right? So it goes on and it says, while overall Black visitor numbers remain low, around 2 to 6% of total visitors. Do you see that? The numbers don't lie, guys. The numbers don't lie. Black people weren't even visiting these parks, even though they had fee waivers. They weren't even using these services. But yet we have all of this fake outrage on social media where people are losing their minds over lies that are being spread. Trump never removed Juneteenth. He never removed MLK Day. Why are y'all worshiping these days like that? And why are y'all listening to influencers that are lying, but you hate me for clarifying the truth? It's almost like you want to believe the lie. That's crazy. I'm literally clarifying the truth. People mad with me. That's amazing. So it goes back on and it says fee waivers and policy changes. Now, you know, a lot of Blacks ain't going to get none of this information in their brains because they don't know or want to read. That's one of our problems, is we lack reading comprehension. So I'm going to read for you. Since you're going to call me names and say this and say that and all this goofy stuff, I'm the educated one here. Now, fee waivers, policy changes. Recent changes, late 2025, the National Park Service, NPS, removed MLK Jr. Day and Juneteenth from its list of fee-free days for 2026, replacing them with President Trump's birthday and other dates. Previous practice. Before these changes, NPS did offer fee-free access on Juneteenth and MLK Day, allowing the broader attendance, including by Black families and groups. But guess what, guys? Nobody was using it. Nobody was using these services. You understand? The holiday was never removed. We're talking about an entrance fee to a park. And people losing their minds when they weren't even attending the parks. Make it make sense. That's like I'm offering free lemonade to only Blacks. Whites got to pay. But the Blacks, you get it for free. And I got my lemonade stand and I'm outside in the heat. And I'm like, okay, lemonade, anyone? All the white people are buying and purchasing lemonade. I got a free sign for Black folk. Blacks are just walking by. Nobody's coming to the stand. You know what? I don't need to keep doing this for free when I can make money or save resources. I can make more sales by limiting access for free. And that's exactly what this is, guys. So, and I know some people are going to get mad at that. Get mad, I don't care, right? Because I'm making very good sense. And a lot of times people with no common sense will always argue the truth. So, let's see what we got. Let me see. Shout out for the $2 support on the Cash App. Shout out to the person who did that. I think it was Kenneth or Kendall. I'm not sure if I've seen the name properly, but shout out to you for the $2 support. Okay. Attendance and demographics. Okay. Low representation. Listen to this, guys. Look, notice this. Low representation. African Americans make up a small percentage of overall national park visitors, around 2 to 6%, according to reports from a few years ago. Are y'all seeing that? Are y'all hearing me? It says attendance, and we're looking at attendance. You know, when you go to school, you have attendance. I always had good attendance in school. I love going to school. It was always fun. Whereas some kids wanted to stay home and play video games, I had more fun going to school, right? So now, attendance and demographics. Low representations, African Americans make up a small percentage of overall national park visitors, around 2 to 6%, according to reports from a few years ago. Historical context. While specific attendance numbers for MLK Day and Juneteenth aren't readily available for recent years, the low overall demographic suggests while Black visitors participated, they are a minority, and policy shifts can impact participation. Are you seeing that, guys? Are you seeing that? Why it matters. These holidays are important for recognizing Black history, and a fee-free days aim to make parks more accessible. But recent policy shifts have drawn criticism for reducing access to these culturally significant days. See, this is the problem that I got, guys. When the policy was in place to allow Blacks or whoever want to go to these MLK days or Juneteenth days, had a fee waiver, nobody's using it. But then when it's removed, people want to complain, as if though life just stopped. You weren't using it, but then you complain. That's like we have an entire New Year's Day sale. Come to our store now. We have a New Year's Day sale at Blockbuster Videos, and we are basically waiving all fees. You can get video rentals and everything for free. Just come on down this month and get your free videos. And then what happened is nobody shows up. And then when the sale ends, everybody's complaining. Hey, I missed the sale. Could I get it now? No, you can't. When it was free, you didn't want it. Right? So, now that we got all that information clear, guys, let's look at some of the comments. Let's look at some of the comments, guys. Some of the comments from that YouTuber's video, and then we're going to get back to his video, right? And we're going to also talk about Martin Luther King and his connection to Freemasonry. We're going to get to that too, right? But let's look at some of these comments. Hopefully, we'll be able to see them. Let's see. Where we at? Let me go find one where somebody called New Breed out about his lie. I think this was it. Yeah, this is it here, right? Let's see this, right? So now check this out. Notice the comment from the Prince of Peace. The Prince of Peace, the Prince of Peace said, Breed, what is going on here? Why are you sharing false information? As soon as you heard it, you just had to jump online and speak about it. Didn't you? Yes. They didn't cancel the holiday. They canceled the free admissions to the parks. Do you see that, ladies and gentlemen? Do you see that? That's what they did, guys. Let me go back to the video. Give me a minute. That's what I wanted you to see. All throughout that YouTuber's comments, his viewers were lashing out at him basically giving him some backlash for lying to the public. Now, you as viewers have to take this very serious. As a content creator myself, I have a responsibility with my platform to teach or share the correct news, not to spread misinformation, disinformation for clicks and views. Of course, everybody want to get views, everybody want likes and subscribers. We know all of that stuff. But if I'm going to do my job as an influencer, as a content creator, I cannot lie to the people. This YouTuber lied to the public, and he must be held accountable for lying to the public. That's the problem, guys. So now let's watch the video. This is what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to just let the video play. But see, here's the thing. If I let the video play, a lot of people in the YouTube Shorts community, they won't know I'm doing a reaction video. They'll hear him and think it's his video. So I'm going to have to stop the video every now and then to speak, because some people might get upset or think that I'm spreading misinformation when I'm not. I'm reviewing a video, guys. So that's how I'm going to do it. Because if I just play it, people are going to swipe, they're going to see it and think he's doing a video. And they might get angry with him and think that it's me. And it's not me. I'm reviewing the video. So let's play the video and do what we need to do. Let's go. Let me rewind it back. Okay.
So the Trump administration has officially canceled Juneteenth as an official holiday.
That's a lie.
Juneteenth as well as MLK Day. You know what? I think it's about time that it's about time that we cancel all day holidays.
Now, he said usins. He's referring to black people. When he said usins, he's referring to black people. I told you that this YouTuber is a racist. He hates white people. He even hates black people too. But my point is, he's saying usins. He said that we need to cancel their holidays. First of all, black people cannot cancel anything because only Congress can do that. Right? Only Congress can cancel holidays. So I don't know what is he trying to incite, but it's not going to work. Let's go.
Our lives. I mean, we need to cancel President's Day. We need to cancel Thanksgiving. We need to cancel Christmas, Easter.
You don't have to cancel anything. All you have to do is just not participate. That's all you got to do. Just like the national parks, they cancel the fee waiver. All you got to do is just either you pay to play or you just go home and relax. That's all. But talking about canceling a holiday, you don't have to participate. And you know what's so crazy, guys? This YouTuber, right? Just yesterday, he made a video talking about how his mama is in the hospital on her deathbed. This YouTuber right here. Yet, he's going live when he should be spending time with his mom. And he's not even doing that. He's more concerned about Trump. It's absolutely sick. And on top of that, to add insult to injury, he's lying to the public. And he took his video down, guys. Look, let me show it to you. Look. Here we go. You see that? That's the receipt, guys. This is his video here. Look. That's his video. He took it down. It's called Donald Trump Cancels MLK Day and Juneteenth. He took the video down, guys. He took it down like a coward after he'd been exposed. You see that? He took the video down like a coward after being caught lying for clicks and views, guys. Now, let's get back to the video. Let's go. Double tap the screen to give it a like, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Drive safe if you're on the road. Let's go.
Columbus Day. Whatever crapshoot holiday they got, whatever commemoration day they got, it's about time we cancel that. 4th of July. You get it? 4th of July.
Now, notice what he's doing, guys. He's actually taking personal shots and attacking the Jewish community right there. That's what he's doing. He's literally attacking the Jewish community by saying that. Because he's saying July. You get what he's saying? July. That's what he's doing right there. This is the type of hateful stuff this YouTuber do all the time, guys. All the time. Let's get back to the tapes. That's why he took down the video, because he's a coward. Let's go.
Yeah, we need to cancel that for sure. They're all pagan anyway. And it's just crazy to me because the kids is out of school around Martin Luther King Day, so I guess he's gonna send them to school.
Notice this other person, this person in the chat here. Let's read their comment. Somebody says, wait, you defend the Zionists? I'm out. Well, you could be out because I'm not defending anyone. I'm literally speaking the truth about what's going on. See, here's the thing. Blacks in America, right? There's a lot of blacks in different pockets of America that have a lot of hatred for a lot of people. Notice that person in the live chat says you're defending Zionists. First of all, I don't know who's a Zionist, right? I don't have nothing to do with that. I don't care about that. I'm not interested or care about what is a Zionist. None of that stuff interests me. What interests me is taking care of my family, right? What I'm showing you is what the YouTuber is doing. He's saying July. He's talking about July in the month. He's talking about Jewish people. I'm not defending nobody. I'm speaking the truth to show you guys that he's full of hate. Why is it okay for you people who hate other people? Why is it okay for you to express your hate, disdain for other groups of people? But when somebody speaks the truth, you look at them as, oh, you're defending them. Like I'm supposed to be a part of your hate group. I'm not a part of your hateful group. I'm not. I'm an American. And my job is to speak the truth and stand for what's right. This YouTuber is spreading misinformation and you're mad at me. What sense does that make? So you can be out, you can leave, you can unsubscribe. I don't care. You're the one with a miserable life. You're the one who's struggling financially. You're the one who's broke, busted, and disgusted and mad at your parents because you didn't have a good upbringing. Not me. I'm good, right? So continue to be hateful rather than holding this individual accountable for lying to people because he lied. He said that Trump canceled Juneteenth and MLK Day. That is a lie. And he took the video down. Why don't you hold a YouTuber accountable? Instead, you're mad at me. Make that make sense, man. Let's go.
I guess he's bringing Charlie Kirk's talking points to life. For all you Charlie Kirk sympathizers out there, Charlie Kirk was saying that Martin Luther King was a horrible person and that the civil rights movement was a mistake. So this goes to show
this guy is hateful and he hates Charlie Kirk. He hates everything that has to do with white people. You understand? Everything he speaks on is a lie. This man have not even shown you a video clip of Charlie Kirk talking in regards to Martin Luther King. He's just saying what he heard and what he believed. Now, keep in mind, you're listening to a man who just spread misinformation about Trump. Trump cannot cancel an official holiday. Only Congress can make these rules. Trump don't have the power or the authority to have an executive order to cancel something. Do you understand me? So the YouTuber is now talking about Charlie Kirk. Are you going to believe him? Are you going to believe his words when I just proven to you that he lied? No, you don't. You're not. See, this is why churches are able to manipulate black people. This is how pastors are able to manipulate people with all of this Bible stuff and God this and God that and bring your money down to the church, pay your tithe, and you go broke by giving your money to this pastor because he lies to you every week. Just like these influencers lie.
That white supremacy is flexing right now and they're showing their entire ass right now because they don't have nothing else to do but target our people and our contributions to society because they're imploding. They're imploding. That's what's happening right now. See, they're beefing with each other on the right side. Black people minding their business. And see, the white power structure cannot survive without having us as an adversary. And what Trump is trying to do is spend the attention. He's trying to let his white supremacist counterparts and MAGA know that he's still with the program. Even
everything this man's saying is pure BS, guys. He don't even know what he's talking about. Like literally, everything he's saying is garbage. He took down his video because he's a coward.
Though we know that he's just a puppet too.
And notice that somebody in the comments says, dude, think he's white. Why is it that every time a black man is intelligent and smart, they always label him as he think he's white? I don't want to be white. I don't want to be white. I live in a community with a lot of white people and black people. And guess what? I don't talk to nobody. I don't talk to nobody. I stay to myself. Doesn't matter if you're white or black. I don't care. I'm not trying to fit in with nobody. So stop doing that. I really hate when people do that type of stuff. They say, oh, you're trying to be white. You want to be white. If I wanted to be white or be around white, I'll have a white wife. I have a black wife. 4 black daughters. You understand? This is the problem with the black community, fam. Y'all racist and disgusting. And anytime a black man has a brain and he uses it, you try to shame him. Oh, you're trying to be white. You're a coon. You're a sellout. What does that mean? This doesn't make no sense. It's like you can't even be free in America and be black. It's like you cry about being free. You cry about freedom. You cry so much about being oppressed. And your job right now is trying to oppress me. That's your job right now. Think about that. You're a black man, black woman. You're trying to oppress me. But you cry that the white man is oppressing you. Make that make sense, man. It's crazy. Shout out to Denise for the $20 support. Says New Breed is disgusting. That's a fact. He has no facts. Make America great again. Appreciate you for the $20 support. Shout out to everybody that's joining in on the stream. If you can be so kind, double tap the screen and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the platform, you like my commentary, consider subscribing today. We really appreciate you tuning in and choosing Ringo TV Reactions for your commentary and criticism. If you're driving, drive safe. Shout out to all my truckers that are on the road. Enjoy your weekend. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Let's get back to the content, guys. We're talking about a YouTuber named New Breed Global Truth. He spread misinformation about Donald Trump, claiming and alleging that Donald Trump has canceled the official holiday of MLK Day and Juneteenth, which is false. It's false information. And what he did is he quickly deleted his video, guys. He deleted his video after receiving a lot of backlash from his viewers. His viewers went ham in the comments. It was about a good 150 comments or 130 comments on his YouTube channel. And he totally removed the video. He put it on private and hid away. He had his grandma in the video. He had everybody in the video. As soon as I saw him went live, I immediately downloaded it because I know how he moved. He's always lying, always manipulating for clicks and views. This is what he do all the time, guys. Let's get back to the content.
So this is designed to get us outraged, when in actuality, what it should do is get us to actually revolt against their days. That should make us spiritually detached from their Babylonian infrastructure even more. That's what should happen. See, they're over there imploding. You got Candace Owens beefing with Turning Point USA.
All he's doing is creating hostility amongst people. That's all he's doing. This man can't even take care of his family. Now, keep in mind, guys, again, this YouTuber just yesterday was crying about his mom being on her deathbed in a hospital. Yesterday. He's on YouTube this morning going live talking about Trump, and how, oh, Trump did this and Trump removed holidays, which is a lie. Shouldn't this YouTuber be focused on his family? Shouldn't this YouTuber be loving on his mom? If it's his mom's final moments, shouldn't he be preparing and doing what he need to do? He's not supposed to be on YouTube talking. That's not a time for that. It's very inappropriate. How many of you will be on YouTube streaming if your mom is in the hospital on her deathbed or she's sick? How many of you would have time to actually be streaming live? Who does that? It doesn't make any sense. But this is what this YouTuber is doing. He didn't even give his viewers no update. He didn't even give them an update on the status of his mom. It's almost like he used all of that stuff to garner up sympathy because he was trying to earn financial support or try to win over viewers to feel sorry for them. Because that's typical of what YouTubers do. They give you sob stories. Like I seen another YouTuber. He went live. He was begging for money. He was like, hey, guys, please, could you send some money? You know, I have something going on in my family. And I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, bro, you really going to sit online begging people for money because you got some sort of issue going on in your family? Fam, you ain't doing that for no issue in your family. You don't even care about them. You're trying to pay your bills. That's what you're trying to do. And that's what a lot of people do on social media. When they're struggling and they're going through, they'll come on and say, oh, my mom is dying. My daddy's dying. Could y'all please send me some money? And the money is not going towards anything. It's going towards their pocket. That's how they pay their bills. Don't ever fall for the scams, guys. It scams every day, especially during the holiday season. That's when people scam everybody every day because they know people are emotional. Let's go.
You know, you got Nick Fuentes beefing with Tucker Carlson. You got MAGA beefing with Trump and Trump beefing with MAGA. You got all these different fractions of white supremacists.
All he talk about is white supremacists, while black people are killing each other in the ghetto. This man ain't doing nothing about the black community. This man claimed that he got land initiatives going. He ain't even doing nothing with that. And keep in mind, this particular YouTuber, for those of you that are in the building, he's a part of an MLK, not an MLK, excuse me, I'm talking about Martin Luther King. Where's my laughter track? A part of an MLM, a multi-level marketing company, guys. Multi-level marketing company, which is supposed to be, the name of the company is called Planet Marketing. This YouTuber pivoted over into MLK opportunities after the SNAP crisis, where people weren't getting their SNAP benefits, I believe in the month of November, I believe it was, somewhere around there. And he pivoted over into that because his baby mamas wasn't getting their SNAP benefits. He got about 3 to 4 baby mamas. This man have about 6 kids from different baby mamas all over the tri-state area. It's just absolutely disgusting. And he don't take care of them, guys. Like, it's really that sad. So he pivoted over into an MLM company trying to recruit his viewers into joining an alleged pyramid scheme. And I debunked everything that he was doing. I pretty much called him out to warn the people not to get scammed. Look, guys, the last thing I want you good people to get involved in is an MLM. Do not steer clear away from those things, because all they're doing is recruiting people in order to make money off of them. Do not get in that. And this particular guy is a part of that. You know what's so crazy? He's a Bible believer, an alleged Bible believer, because I don't really believe he believed in God at all. But the whole point is his boss, Mr. Donald Bradley, threw up the Masonic hand sign, which means that he's in alleged Freemasonry, right? And another guy named Mr. Washington threw up the devil hand sign. Now, you know, as a Bible believer, you're not supposed to be hanging around these kind of people, especially the unfruitful works of darkness, right? But this YouTuber decided that, hey, money is more important, so I'm going to hang with the devil. And I exposed him about these things. So he's pretty much angry with me. So I'm trying to figure out, how is this man supposed to be at the hospital with his mom and he has time to go live to talk about Donald Trump all day? It doesn't make any sense. But let's get back to the video, guys. Double tap the screen to give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
All pissed off. They all losing it. And so what do? Let's go attack Martin Luther King Day. Let's take that from them. They should have never got civil rights. How did we get to this point where we're imploding and black folks, they're skating away scot-free? No, we gotta reshape our focus towards them. Let's cancel their holiday.
Do you see how he's trying to recruit black people to get into some sort of war with white people? This is what this YouTuber do all the time. He's not teaching people about Jesus Christ. He's not teaching people to repent of their sins. He's not even telling us an update about his mom and her health condition. He don't even care about his mom. Do you know that this YouTuber don't even have a relationship with his mom? Could you believe that, guys? This man got on YouTube and told the whole world that him and his mom don't even have a good relationship together. That's crazy. You don't have a good relationship with the mother that gave birth to you? That's wild, fam. Absolutely disgusting. Any man that don't have a good relationship with his mom is a horrible person.
If I was y'all, which my kids are not in public school, they do homeschooling, but
his kids do what? Homeschooling? What? Homeschooling? So your kids are not in public school? So let me get this straight. All your kids don't go to public school, but yet we seen photos with you going to school with your kids. You have a photo on your page with that. You're lying. You go to this man's YouTube channel, go into his community section, he have a photo with him acting like he's a good dad, where you see him and his kids, and the kids are on their first day to school, guys. Literally, it's on his page. You know what I mean? And it's absolutely sick and diabolical. Let's see what we got. Let's get back to content, guys. Double tap the screen. Let's go.
If I was y'all, I would take my kids out of school on Martin Luther King Day anyway.
He's telling you to take your kids out of school on Martin Luther King Day, because in his mind, he believed that Trump canceled Martin Luther King Day. That's totally false. And he's literally wanting you to take your kids out of school. This is crazy.
If all of Black America say, you know what? We're going to acknowledge Martin Luther King Day. And when that day come around, take the kids out of school anyway and acknowledge it for what it is. What the hell are they going to do about it?
This man is not homeschooling no kids. His baby mamas are homeschooling them. This man got about 3 to 4 baby mamas. Think about that, guys. 3 to 4 baby mamas, and these women are literally struggling under the oppression of this ninja, and they got to homeschool kids. These women don't even live with this man. Do you know that? Do you know that this YouTuber here has a white wife, guys? He lives, right, in a white community with a white wife. Now, keep in mind, this is very crazy. He's acting as if though he's pro-black, right? But his wife is white, guys. She's white, right? Now, keep in mind, and I'm not racist. I'm just giving you the facts, the 411. I'm giving you the tea of what's going on here. So pull up for the tea, right? So now, his white wife, well, she's not technically his wife. It's his baby mama. He never married her, guys. He never married the woman. None of his baby mamas he ever married. They're all baby mamas. The white wife get to live in the big house while the other baby mamas are in the projects, guys. Ain't that sick? The white wife get to live in the big house that he leased, right? And the black baby mamas, and I keep saying wife, but he don't have no wife. The black baby mamas, they live in the projects, in the hood, in the ghetto, struggling with no SNAP benefits. Ain't that sad? But he's online acting like he's pro-black. But he has a white baby mama who act like she's Mexican when her father is a Spaniard. I'm telling you, man, diabolical, fam.
What exactly are they going to do about it? Nothing. Nada. Yep, it's official. In case you just...
Yeah, you're right. Shout out to Citizens of Humanity for the $5 support. Says, let's see what you said. Says it's crazy. All you trolls in here hating on Ringo on a Saturday afternoon speaks volumes to your current mental state. Nobody asked y'all to be here. That's a fact. And they do this all the time, guys. That's why I don't even look at the comments no more, right? The only thing I see are the super chats. When the super chats come in, I see those. And sometimes if you are a troll, sometimes trolls post super chats too. If you're a troll and you post super chat, I won't even read your comments. So you're wasting your time even sending money. Like you got to be mentally sick to be a troll and you're super chatting to express your hate towards me. You have a mental problem. So I won't be reading none of their comments. So let's get back to the content, guys. Double tap the screen. Subscribe to the channel, guys. If you're driving, drive safe, guys. When you're on the road, pay attention. Right? Let's go.
The broadcast, the Trump administration have lost their entire mind and they canceled Martin Luther King Day. Martin Luther King was an individual who...
Martin Luther King is not Jesus Christ, New Breed. You're worshiping Martin Luther King. That's idolatry. Nowhere in the Bible do we have Paul's Day. Nowhere in the Bible do we have Jacob's Day. We don't have none of the patriarchs in the Bible as a holiday. But you worship Martin Luther King. That's idolatry. You're not even telling the people about Jesus Christ. You're more focused on Martin Luther King. You know what's so crazy about this, guys? This particular YouTuber, in case you don't know, is a Black Hebrew Israelite. The Black Hebrew Israelites is a group that hates white people. They always call white people the devil. They stand on street corners with Pokemon outfits and Power Ranger outfits, and all they do is call white people the devil. This YouTuber is a part of that hate group. Now, according to their belief, they don't even like Martin Luther King. Believe it or not. He don't even, listen, this YouTuber don't even like Martin Luther King, but he's using it as a grift because he know that there are Black viewers that will gravitate towards his channel if he act like he is in support of MLK. Do you understand, guys? There's a lot of that going on social media. This man never attended any of those parks with his kids to show them anything about Black history. Never. That YouTuber has never visited those national parks to, observe Juneteenth or MLK Day. Never. He don't have no videos of him with his family. Matter of fact, you never see him with his family because his baby mamas live all over the world. So it's like, how do people listen to a man that got kids all over the place? He wasn't even raised by his mom and dad. And for some reason, y'all taking this man serious. And all he do is lie all day. Lying. Let's go.
A great I'm talking about a great impact on our civil rights. Martin Luther King is not who everybody think he was. You know, they always go to the "I have a dream" speech, but Martin Luther King had plenty of speeches where he was speaking some real revolutionary talk.
Martin Luther King was a Freemason, or an alleged Freemason, because based on historical facts, it says that he was not, I guess, a part of the Masonic order or a part of the Masonic lodge. So I have to make sure I say alleged. But his father was a Freemason. Let's get the receipts, guys. Let's get the receipts. Again, guys, make sure you tap the screen to give it, double tap the screen to give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to the channel, guys, if you enjoy the content. So let's find out some information about Martin Luther King. Let's see, guys. Let's see what we got. So I asked the question. It says, no, Martin Luther King Jr. was not a Freemason, although his father, watch this, and grandfather were. So let me get this straight. New breed. According to the receipts and the facts and the data, Martin Luther King's daddy was a Freemason and his grandfather. So although on paper it says Martin Luther King was not a Freemason, the apple don't fall too far from the tree, which means Martin Luther King could have been an agent in terms of a Freemason, but not on record. So it looked good. Because according to the I Have a Dream speech, Martin Luther King updated that and said he regrets saying all of those things because he was leading his people into a burning house. So he was used to further bring back black people in a bad situation. But let's get back to the data. So, no, Martin Luther King was not a Freemason, although his father and grandfather were. There was a plan for him to join. Uh-oh. What? There was a plan for him to join, but his assassination prevented it from happening. So what does that mean, guys? That means Martin Luther King was a Freemason at heart. He just didn't get the opportunity to join because he was assassinated. So while New Breed is defending Martin Luther King Day, New Breed is defending Freemasonry. I'm showing you guys the facts. I do my research, I do my due diligence, and I do what I need to do, guys. Come on now. A lot of people don't want to hear that because they're in love with Martin Luther King. Again, how many times do I got to show you this, guys? Let me explain something to you. If my daddy, let's say this, watch this, guys. If my granddad was a pedophile, convicted pedophile, my father, if he was a convicted pedophile, what would you be thinking about me? Your grandfather's a pedophile. Your daddy's a pedophile. What about you? The apple don't fall too far from the tree, guys. Let me read it again for the people that are slow in the class. No, Martin Luther King was not a Freemason, although his father, daddy. So Martin Luther King was raised in a household with a father who was a Freemason. Think about what's going on, guys. Let's stop being dumb, man. Why is it that we as a people always like being dumb when the truth is in our face? Martin Luther King's father was a Freemason and his grandfather were. There was a plan. Now watch this. There was a plan for him to join. Now, how could there be a plan for Martin Luther King to join Freemasonry if Martin Luther King didn't agree? All you got to do is have reading and comprehension skills. If there was a plan for him to join, that means he was going to join. But a lot of you are in denial because you put your trust in man, which the Bible says not to do. The Bible says put not your trust in man, but this is what y'all keep doing. And y'all worship Martin Luther King. So it says there was a plan for him to join, but his assassination prevented it from happening. He did have a relationship with the what? Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. He did have a relationship with the organization. Uh-oh. And his life and work were sometimes seen as aligning with Masonic ideals. And he also spoke at a Masonic lodge. Okay, what are you going to say now? Because I'm pulling up the research. I'm not out here making stuff up. Martin Luther King spoke at a Masonic lodge. So if Martin Luther King was all about Jesus Christ, why would he be at the Masonic lodge? Why would his ideals align with Masonic practices? Come on now. Martin Luther King, in all sense and purposes, even if he didn't join at heart, he was a Mason. He was a Mason, guys. Own it. Own it. Don't sit there and act like you don't see. Notice, there was a plan for him to join, but his assassination prevented it from happening. He did, watch this, guys, listen. Listen and open your ears and stop being ignorant. He did have a relationship with the organization. Martin Luther King had a relationship with Freemasons, guys. He did have a relationship with the organization. And his life and his work were sometimes seen as aligning with Masonic ideals. And he also spoke at a Masonic lodge, guys. Watch this. Family connection. Both his father, Martin Luther King Sr., and his grandfather were Freemasons. Boom. Keep arguing with the truth, guys. It's sad when people have to argue with the truth. We put the truth out and people argue with it. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy, gang. Let me read more. So it goes on and says, future plans. In 1968, there was an arrangement for him to become a Mason upon his return to Atlanta, but he was assassinated before this could occur. Guys, Martin Luther King was a Freemason. Cry. Cry a river. Cry, cry, cry. New breed. You over here defending a Freemason. No wonder you're a part of that MLM, because those guys that you're with are alleged Freemasons too. So it's no wonder. You're being exposed every day. You're giving me content like never before, fam. Absolutely crazy. You have some dummy here says, bro, you're trusting what AI is saying. No, you're a dumbass, because AI have access to everything that's on social media and everything that's in literature all over the world. You trust AI when you're in your car, when you are using your navigation system. Dumbass. When you are literally using your cell phone, you trust AI to give you the weather report. You trust AI to tell you if it's going to snow or if it's not going to snow. So stop being a dumbass, right? Because you trust AI. That's why you have a computer. That's why you use all of these technologies. So let's stop being dumb. You're just mad because Martin Luther King was, in fact, part of a Masonic family, and he was going to become a Mason. Y'all bugging, bro. I'm literally showing you the receipts, and you're literally sitting there in denial. Literally in denial, guys. Anytime the truth comes out, people start to run and hide and act like they don't see. Martin Luther King was a Freemason. Period. Look what it says. Future plans. In 1968, there was an arrangement for him to become a Mason upon his return to Atlanta, but he was assassinated before this could occur. If it was a plan, that means what? Martin Luther King already decided that he wanted to be a Mason because his father was and his granddaddy was. Man, stop being dumb, y'all. Stop being dumb. Do we have anybody that have military family members? A lot of times, people that have military family, their great-granddad was in the military, their dad was in the military, they went into the military. You can have a father, a great-granddad, he was a sheriff or a police officer, and then his son became a police officer, and then his son's son became a police officer. Or you have a firefighter, father's a firefighter, son's a firefighter, and it just keeps going down the line. So when you have a situation with Martin Luther King, and His granddaddy was a Freemason. His father was a Freemason. Martin Luther King was a Freemason, guys. Period. You said MLK was a pastor. No, he was a Freemason and a man who was leading our people the wrong way. That's why he said that in his updated speech, where he said that he regretted what he was saying because he was leading our people into a burning house. See, you're caught up with MLK being a pastor. Do you not know that in today's day, all of these pastors that are out here are lying to God's people? Do you know that the majority of pastors in today's day, all they focus on is money all day? That's all they do. Bringing the tithes to the storehouse, passing a bucket around the church, money, money, money cometh, prosperity gospel. What do they do? Kenneth Copeland, look how much money he's worth. Like probably $1 billion. Creflo Dollar, TD Snakes, Jesse Duplantis, or Oral Roberts, all of these false prophets, all they do is focus on money. That's all they care about, guys. You know? So let's see what else we got. Where we at? Yeah, they sold their souls for money. That's what they do. So let's go back to the content. So it's very clear, guys, that there was plans in 1968. There was an arrangement for him to become a Mason upon his return to Atlanta, but he was assassinated before this could occur. Relationships with Freemasonry. So now watch this. It says King was not a member himself, but he spoke at the Prince Hall Mason Lodge in Columbus, Georgia in 1958. Some have noted that King's actions, such as setting a good moral example, charitable work, and being a good citizen, embodied the spirit of Freemasonry, even without him being a member. Boom. You see that, guys? Do you see that? But I know a lot of you, you're in denial. Continue to be in denial. Let's get back to the video with New Breed lying to the public. Let's get back to that. Double tap the screen, guys. Let's go.
Where he was talking about marching back to Washington to get our check. They don't never talk about that. They don't never talk about that. It's always the "I have a dream" speech, and they use that as some kind of political dog whistle or some sort of some type of spell that they put us under. As soon as we hear that "I have a dream," we all want to come together and be with the heathens. No. Martin Luther King was also talking about getting our land back. He said, "I'm marching down to Washington to get our land back, get our money, get our check. We want land grants." That's what Martin Luther King was talking about.
You need to get a job, bum, and stop worrying about land grants and all this goofy stuff. That's the problem with the black community in today's day. They're sitting around waiting for reparations rather than going out there and getting an actual job. They're sitting around talking about all this goofy stuff rather than going out there and building something themselves. And stop waiting for the white man to give it to you. Stop waiting for the white man to do things for you and go out there and win. I'm tired of this nonsense, man. Seriously. I'm tired of the victim mentality, blaming white people for everything. Get off your ASS and get a job.
See, they want to erase everything out of the history books. They don't want us to know our history. They want to take Marcus Garvey out the books. Malcolm X, they never really put Malcolm X in the books.
You talking about Malcolm X? My goodness, bro. Now, here's the thing. This man's talking about knowing our history. He's talking about Malcolm X when Malcolm X followed Islam, and yet, for some reason, he's supposed to be a Bible believer that believes in Jesus Christ. Make it make sense, guys. Which God is he following? What is his belief system? He's supposed to be talking about Jesus Christ. He's supposed to be preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ, teaching the truth, the historical truth from the biblical scriptures. Instead, he want to focus on MLK, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and all these other different guys. And he's not even leading his people into the right path. He's focusing on reparations, all this goofy stuff, rather than teaching the black man to get a job and get an education. I'm tired of this mess. Teach the black man to stop committing crimes. Teach the black man to take care of his kids. But he can't do that because he don't take care of his. Anyway, let's get back to the content.
And see, this is what MAGA has been about. And I told y'all that Black MAGA, y'all are trash anyway.
Now he's talking about me, guys. When he says Black MAGA, now he's talking about me. See, I wear my MAGA hat and I'm proud to be American. And I'm doing my part to make America great again. And I don't care two F's about how anybody feels, because guess what? Nobody cares about me. And I know that. And I live in a world where there's a lot of evil people. You have some people that rock with me. You have a lot of people that don't. And guess what? It's not going to stop me from being me. I still got to be a father to my children. I still got to pay my bills. And I still got to live in an evil world. And that's my job, to do my part. Just like you got a chance to do your part by looking at the man in the mirror, like Michael Jackson said, the man in the mirror. Look at the man in the mirror and change his ways. A lot of you have not changed your ways. You're full of hate. You're full of blame. All you do is blame everybody, but you don't point the finger at yourself. The reason why your kids are struggling is because you're a failed father, a failed mother. You're not doing your job. And all you do is blame other people for why you're going through what you're going through. Get off your ASS, go get a job, do something for yourself, and stop sitting around waiting for everybody else to give you a handout. That's the problem in America right now. Too many people are waiting for handouts and nobody wants to work. And when you have people like me that actually speak the truth, I get hated on. I get hated for teaching the truth, for telling people to get off their damn ASS and go get a job and go do something with themselves. Everybody got the opportunity to be successful, but nobody wants to work. That's the problem. Let's go.
MAGA, y'all pretty much done.
No, you're done. You're done.
You know,
you're done because you're supposed to be loving on your mama. You came yesterday telling the whole world that your mama is on her deathbed in the hospital, and you had to fly down to Cleveland, Ohio, to see your mama, and you online doing live streams when you're supposed to be in that house, that so-called hospital, loving on your mom and repenting. You always resented your mom and had bitterness and strife against your mom because you didn't have a good upbringing. Your father wasn't in the home raising you. And that's what you're supposed to be talking about, not Trump. You're supposed to be talking to your family and repenting to your mom. You should be preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ to your mama. You said it on the video that your mom believed in New Age doctrine, which is sorcery, witchcraft, voodoo magic, and everything else. You're supposed to be in that hospital preaching the gospel to your mama. That is what you're supposed to be doing, not talking about Trump all day.
That was a gimmick. They're going to have to find a new grift. Black MAGA's going to have to find a new grift because we've already, listen.
New grift? You're grifting the people right now by acting like you are teaching something. You lied about Trump. You said that Donald Trump removed the national holiday of MLK Day and Juneteenth. That is a lie. You deleted your video. Again, ladies and gentlemen, here's the video that's on the screen right here. This is the video titled Donald Trump Cancels MLK Day and Juneteenth. That's his video. He did that video. You see that? It was streamed. He went live and he streamed and he removed the video, guys. He removed the video after the backlash of the people came in. Everybody came into his comments and they was roasting him, telling him, yo, bro, you lying, you misleading the people. And he took the video down.
Black Americans, foundational Black Americans have already acknowledged y'all as being tethers. So y'all lost power and y'all are just hostile coming from the outside trying to condemn us. And you know, Trump, he pulled a slick one because he went in on Somalians.
Now he here defending Somalians. Now he's defending Somalians when he got videos disrespecting Africans. This guy is all over the place. He don't even know what he want to believe.
In on Somalians who are posing to be us. You know, he went in on Somalian tethers. I was gonna cover that. And then like clockwork, the next day, couple days, he canceled Martin Luther King Day. Look, Trump don't care about any of these people.
He just said that Trump canceled Martin Luther King Day. That's a lie, guys. He didn't cancel nothing. If you watch the video from the beginning, what was canceled was the fee to get entry into the national parks. That waiver fee, that was canceled. That's it. The official holiday still stands nationwide. So the YouTuber spread misinformation. He took down his video like a coward. If his video was truthful, why don't he leave it up? If his video was truthful, why he didn't leave it online for the people to judge him? The best thing he could have did is keep his video online so the people can judge him, but he took it down like a coward. Let's go.
Listen, white supremacy don't care about none of these people, including us.
You see, he hate white people. Told you.
And it's going to come a time where The Bible even prophesied this. Even though the Gentiles came together in crafty counsel to go against us, so we will forget our nation, they're going to turn on each other at the end. Remember that.
He want black people to turn against white people. This is all he do, guys. That's all he talk about is anti-Trump rhetoric every single day when he should be loving his mom.
Remember that. That's starting to happen. That's starting to happen. You're going to see, because the Arabs, Somalis, Hamites, all of them, they came together to cut us off. And I'm talking about black folks.
Do you see? So if you're Somali, if you're African, if you're Arab, this YouTuber hates you.
The real biblical Israelites, they came together to cut us off from being a nation. So our name would no longer be.
No, you cut off yourself because you rebelled against the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Nobody did anything to us. When you look at the black community right now, black people out here selling drugs, committing crimes, robbing and killing, having a bunch of babies out of wedlock. Ain't none of these black men want to take care of their kids. These black women have to go to work. The black woman actually work more than the black man. In 2025, the black woman is the one holding down a job, while the black man is sitting on the stoop, drinking Henny and smoking weed. Black women are at work more than black men in today. Black women. The black woman goes to work more than the black man in today's day. This is crazy. And these ninjas want to come on social media acting like these women are supposed to be respecting them. Why? Why? You don't work. You don't want to be a man. So the woman got to go out there and be the man. And then when you're ready, you say, oh, she's masculine, she's this, she's that. Well, you're feminine because you don't want to work. You don't want to provide for your kids. This ninja, listen, this ninja got about 6 kids out here, guys. 6 kids, like 3 to 4 baby mamas, probably 5 baby mamas. This man have kids everywhere, and he don't even do what he got to do, bro. All his kids are not in his house. Only one of his kids are in the house where he lives, guys. That man on the screen. Listen to this, guys. All you ladies, beware of this particular man right here because he do not provide for his house. Watch this. This man, at the current house where he is right now, he have one child that is in that house that he had with a white woman who posed as though she's Mexican. She's not Mexican. Her mama might be Mexican, but her daddy is a Spaniard, which is a white man. Now, this man have kids all over the place. They don't live at his house. His kids don't live at his house. So if he don't live with his kids, how is he protecting them? How as a father could you be protecting your kids if they live in other locations? You're not watching their homework. You're not spending time with them. You can't do all of that stuff and claim you in the travel business and how you're a YouTuber. How are you doing that as a father and you got kids all over the place? You got all these baby mamas all over the place. How do they fend for themselves? How do you take care of all these kids? He got 3 to 4 or 5 baby mamas. He got 6 kids. He recently got 2 women pregnant, right? 2 women gave birth at the same time, guys. 2 women. And whatchamacallit, when I was in North Carolina, when I met up with this dude before the whole fallout happened, this dude was going back to the hotel with 2 women, bro. He had 2 women pregnant at home. And he was going back to the hotel to get it in with 2 women, bro. And those women home suffering. I'm telling you, bro, I don't know what the heck is going on with this dude. He still haven't given us an update about his mama up to now. And you wondering why I got to do these videos to inform the public about what's going on? I'm going to do my job, bro. I'm a content creator. I'm keeping it a buck. You know what I mean? I want the public to hold him accountable for misinformation because he lied about Trump. He said Trump canceled Juneteenth and MLK Day as a holiday. He said it in his video that they canceled the official holiday. That's a lie. Shout out to Citizen of Humanity for the $5 support. Says keep cooking. Keep cooking. All right. Let's get back to the content, guys. Double tap the screen. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, guys. Let's go.
Remembers. But the Bible prophesied they're going to turn on each other. So you're going to see them turn on it. The white man going to turn on everybody. You're going to turn on the Arab man.
Do you see how much hate he has towards white people? Notice, everything with him is white people this, white people that. What is his obsession with white people?
He gonna turn on the Somali man. He gonna turn on the Indian, the Eastern Indian man. White man gonna turn on everybody, bro.
Notice he's saying the white man gonna turn on everybody when the black man is the one that's fighting with us. It's the black man in the black community killing us. You look on the news, it's the black man killing his own kids. You had a story the other day where you had a black man killed his kids. Killed all his kids, a black man. Look, you got hateful people in the comments. They said, you're a disgrace to your race. How? How am I a disgrace for my race and I'm speaking the truth? See, this is what I find. With black people, when you speak the truth as a black man, they hate you. They hate you. They don't like that. They like when you lie. And this is why pastors get rich. This is why. This is why pastors get rich. There's no accountability with our people, fam. Shout out to Patrice for the $5 support. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. Let me see. Let's see. Somebody said, the same person says, disgrace to your race. No, you're a disgrace to your father and mother because you turned out to be a nobody. Right? Let's get back to the content. You're a disgrace because you turned out to be a nobody. You're a bum. You're a bum. You're broke. You're miserable. You don't got no family structure. You don't got nothing popping. Your whole life is a disgrace. Like literally, God is upset with you because you turned out to be a nobody. You're a waste of air. The air you breathe is being wasted. Like it's a real bad situation. Let's go back to the content.
That's what white supremacy is. They even gonna turn on each other. That's what white supremacy is. They're gonna cannibalize each other.
If you keep listening to grifters like this guy, he will keep you in poverty. This man is broke. He don't want to win. He don't teach black people to come up in life. He always complain. Everything is about slavery, white supremacy. We're being oppressed. I'm tired of hearing all that crap. Can somebody show me where the money at? Could somebody show me how we could get to this bag, bro? Without lying, legally, like, why isn't this man teaching people how to pay their bills, bro? Everything is negative with this dude, bro. Everything. Let's see. Again, shout out to Citizen of Humanity for the 5. Says truth hurts. Keep going, Ringo. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. Let's see what we got. Black people getting manipulated, laughing out loud. Yeah, black people get manipulated every single day because of these grifters that literally come online and act like they pro-black. This man ain't pro-black. He pro-green. All he care about is money. That's it. That's all he care about. He just made a video yesterday, guys, telling us that his mom is in the hospital on her deathbed and how the doctors said he need to fly down to Cleveland, Ohio. Then he slipped up in an updated video and said it was his first time in Cleveland. He's telling everybody, hey, guys, could y'all tell me where to go to eat? Could y'all tell me where the spots are? Bro, if you've been to Cleveland, Ohio already, surely you would know where to go eat. So if you have to ask the viewers, because that's your first time there. Do you understand me? That's like you visiting New York. Hey, where do I got to go to eat? That's your first time. Because any real New Yorker would know where to go. And New York have a plethora of places that you can eat. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that live in New York, you know where to go already. So if you have to ask, it's because you've never been there before. And the man never visited his mom. He wasn't raised by his mom. This guy was raised by his grandmother. Not his mother and not his daddy. Neither his mom or his daddy was in his life, guys. Do you understand? None of them was in his life. And he resent his mom and was bitter towards his mom and very hateful towards her, guys. And he felt a sense of guilt. So she was under some sort of illness this week. And he came online yesterday, fake crying, talking about, yeah, guys, please pray. Like if she's dying. Now, today, you would think that he would be, hey, guys, I'm in the hospital with my mom. Hey, let me introduce you guys. This is my mom. I really love my mom. Hey, mama, say something to the people. They prayed for you. This man didn't do nothing like that, bro. He's going live talking about Trump rather than showing love to his mom. Sick. Now, I got it. I get it, guys. A lot of you that are new here that don't know what's going on, you don't know the story. If you knew who this guy was and what he been doing over the course of 2 years, bro, you would be shocked. My viewers, they know already what's going on. Let's get back to the content, guys. Let's go.
And that's what's happening. And things been too quiet. Black MAGA's losing power. They no longer need their taskmasters anymore.
He's saying Black MAGA is losing their power. I don't know what he means by Black MAGA is losing their power. Anytime he say that, he's talking to me. Anytime he say that, he's talking to me, guys. Like, the man is jealous of me. The man tries to cover me with everything. What do you mean Black MAGA is losing their power? What power? What power? I don't have no power to do anything. I don't know what power you're talking about. I can't do nothing. I can't change nothing with nothing in the world right now. Any laws? I can't do anything. What power are you talking about? I'm a YouTuber. I just share my thoughts. That's it. So what do you mean by Black MAGA? Notice, first he's talking about white people. Now it's Black MAGA now. Watch, he's going to start talking about hats now. Watch this. Goofy stuff.
You got people like Nick Fuentes. He coming out and he's saying, look, we can pretty much speak for ourselves. We can be as racist as we want ourselves. We don't need Black people to speak racism for us. We don't need them to push anti-Black racism. Because now under Trump administration, they can get away with saying wearing blackface and doing all of this racist stuff. They can get away with it. So they no longer need you raccoons and tethers. They don't need you no more.
See, when he says raccoons and tethers, that's racist terms he's saying towards blacks. Notice the hypocrisy. He's talking about white people wearing blackface. He's talking about white people, racial slurs and racism and all this other goofy stuff. But then he's calling black people raccoons, right? Raccoons and tethers. Those are all racial slurs, in case you don't know if you're white. When a black man calls another black man a raccoon, just take off the rack and just focus on coon. It's like a way of saying it to hide through the algorithm, so the algorithm don't hear you saying the word coon. That's what he's literally saying. It's a hateful word. It's hate speech. So he's using these derogatory terms to identify black people that he deem unuseful to their movement of being racist towards white. The term tether is a term that black people put on other blacks that are not born in America. So if you're from the Caribbean, if you're Jamaican, Trinidadian, Haitian, Dominican, Panamanian, Puerto Rican, whatever the case is, Afro-American, whatever. If you are in different parts of the world and you weren't born in America, then this guy would consider you a tether, which is a hateful word to identify black people. A lot of people that are in the white community, you may not know of that word, but the term tether is a racist term, a hateful word that blacks use to shame other black people. So if you never heard the term tether before, when you hear that term on YouTube, it is a term to cause shame and disgrace towards other blacks that blacks don't like. So it's basically black people being racist towards blacks. That's what that's about.
The market is oversaturated with y'all. So y'all, a lot of y'all gonna have to find a new grift. Y'all gonna have to find a new gimmick.
See, he's throwing shade at me because he's saying you're gonna have to find a new grift, you're gonna have to find a new gimmick, and all this other goofy stuff. No, you gotta find a new grift, bum, because you're literally a part of an MLM that's not going nowhere. How much money you making, bro? You ain't making no money, right? Things ain't good. Things ain't good in the hood. Didn't recruit nobody this week. A lot of time spent growing stress, growing old, gray hair. I get it, bro. You're literally miserable right now. You got to stop grifting on these people like you're a man of God. You don't serve God, bro. You're a part of the Freemason order. Let's go.
Y'all got to find a new gimmick. Y'all just throwing MAGA hats on and speaking anti-black racism. That's not going to help your cause.
Somebody in the chat says, let me see what you said. Somebody says, why is every MAGA channel just gossip? First of all, this is not a MAGA channel. I don't know what you're talking about. This is a reaction channel. I do reaction videos, and I'm also a music producer, and I do music. This is not a MAGA channel. This is not a channel where we're just focusing on MAGA. No. I talk about political topics. I talk about commentary and criticism. I talk about news reports, stories about family, relationships. I offer advice. I do all different types of topics. So when you talk about gossip, you're projecting what you see from other places. You're the problem. The problem is not me. And you're watching me. So think about that. Let's think about this, guys. These people who offer these criticisms, they're watching me. They're watching me. Why don't you go watch something else, hypocrite? Let's go. You watching me because I'm good at what I do. Let's go.
Yeah, they went ahead.
Let me do this, guys. The person says you're a gossipman. Okay, for you, that's uneducated. The term gossip is literally to spread or speak chatty talk about something that have not been confirmed as being the truth. That's gossip. Do you understand? In other words, proclaiming something, speaking on something that have not been confirmed as being the truth. Well, this YouTuber has been spreading gossip, misinformation. Let me get the video clip that Trump, based on the title, Donald Trump cancels MLK Day and Juneteenth. That is a lie. That's confirmed. He is doing this. That's not gossip, dummy. That's the truth. The YouTuber is lying. He is manipulating. He is gaslighting. And that's the truth. So how can you tell me that I am gossiping? How can you tell me that? You understand? How can you tell me that I'm gossiping? I'm not gossiping at all. Gossip is when you spread something that's untrue, guys. That's what it means to gossip. So, that being said, let me get back to the video because these trolls don't know what gossip means because they didn't graduate high school. Let's go.
And cancel Martin Luther King Day, and I think it's a travesty.
They never canceled Martin Luther King Day, you liar. So everything that I'm doing here, guys, is confirmed. Gossip is what he's doing. He is lying. He's misleading. That's what that YouTuber is doing. He's telling you that Trump canceled Martin Luther King Day. That is a lie. You understand? And these trolls keep coming in here hating the truth because they can't stand that I'm exposing this devil that continually lied to the American people.
Yeah, how you gonna cancel Martin Luther King Day? Listen, this is why we gotta straight up get to a point where as melanated people in America, we live by a set of our own rules when it comes to our traditions. We got to live by a set of our own rules when it comes to traditions. These people are disrespectful. The levels of disrespect. And what makes it so disrespectful is they use Martin Luther King until he was unable to be used.
You know what's so sad about this, guys? I'm going to tell you what's so sad about this. You want me to break it down? Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to break down why it's so sad that this man is so alarmed about this alleged lie that he put out. First of all, Trump never canceled the holiday of MLK or Juneteenth. Never did. But let me show you how crazy this is. Let me show you how crazy this is. Who gave us MLK Day? Answer the question. Answer the question, chat. Who gave us MLK Day and Juneteenth? Who did? Who did it? Who did it? Put the answer. Put the answer. Who gave us these days? Who gave us these days? I want to know. Who gave us these days? Who gave us these days, guys? Did black people do it? Did black people give us this? This man acting like the government or the Trump administration took something away from black people that black people put in place. Come on now. Where in the Bible did it tell black people to celebrate Juneteenth? Where in the Bible did it say to worship Martin Luther King? Martin Luther King Day. Why there's no Jesus Christ Day? New breed. Why is it that you're so concerned with Martin Luther King Day and you tell people not to celebrate holidays? You teach people not to follow holidays, but you want people to follow Martin Luther King Day when you should be teaching them to follow Jesus Christ. You see? Yeah, Congress. There you go. That's the answer. So my point is, if Congress put this in place, right, it had to be voted in, and it's not something that black people put in place. But there's this outrage as if though white America took something from black people that they achieved. This is crazy. And these are the same people that would cry over what's that statue that they gave for that killer? That well, he's not a killer. What's that guy that beat up the women? Remember, he was beating up the women. He was a corn star, and he was messing with them young girls. and he got killed by that police officer. What's his name? And they made a statue from Floyd. I think it's Floyd. George Floyd? I believe it's George Floyd. They made a statue for this guy who is clearly a criminal. Have anybody ever did their research about George Floyd? How the people ransacked the city over this man who was a bum, a corn star, messing with underage girls. He was a pedophile, literally. Messing with underage girls, guys. These are facts. Do the research. Do the research. The black community upheld George Floyd as this martyr for the black community. And they gave him a statue. And black people worship these statues, just like they worship Martin Luther King statues. But the minute Trump put up a statue, they condemned Trump and said, oh, he's trying to make himself an idol god. Well, what about the idol god of MLK statues? What about the idol god of George Floyd? Stop the hypocrisy and the selective outrage. I'm tired of this garbage, bro.
Use the speeches. They use the speeches that they can use against us. They weaponize his speeches against us.
His speech was a bad speech. I don't follow no MLK days. I don't care about none of that stuff, bro. Listen, I'm going to tell you something straight up. You can get mad. You can unsubscribe. I don't care. MLK Day not paying no bills here. Juneteenth not paying no bills here. I don't care about none of that stuff. What I care about is the truth. You know what I mean? This YouTuber lied and said that Trump canceled these holidays when it never happened. You know what I mean? I'm not out here observing that mess. I don't go down to no national park with my family talking about we going to observe Martin Luther King Day or Juneteenth. I don't care about none of these things. You know what I mean? Juneteenth, just the other day, was made an official holiday. It's not like it was like years and years and years and years. It's like with black folk, we focus on stuff that we don't even use and we don't even participate in. We just like to argue. We just like to talk on social media and act like we are outraged about something that we don't even believe in. And that's what's so sick about this. When you go back to your black communities, you don't fight for the justice of the poor. You don't fight for, against all the crime. You don't do nothing to make the community better. But when it comes to stuff like this, it's all this public outrage. I'm literally online debunking this YouTuber's lies and gossip that Trump literally removed Juneteenth and MLK Day as an official holiday, and people mad at me. Imagine that. Rather than you hold the YouTuber accountable, you're more mad with the influencer that's actually rebuking all of the lies. Ain't that crazy? Why are you yelling? Let me ask. Let me see. Somebody says, "Why are you yelling?" Let me put you on the block list. Hopefully, you can leave now. All right. So now you're blocked. Now you can leave. Because if I'm yelling, you can lower down the volume. You mad at me because I'm yelling? I'm telling you, bro. It's like they don't understand what passion means. They don't understand what when you're doing content, it's entertaining at the same time. You can go now. Now you can't comment. Good luck with that. So let's go back to the content, guys. Double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
I had a dream. Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
Let me do the same thing, guys. Hold on. Somebody says, you block people for telling the truth. Let me block you because you're not telling the truth. Because I don't block people for telling the truth. Because I'm the one telling the truth. You guys are lying on me, so I'm blocking you. Let's go.
Hold on, y'all. Yeah, they weaponize that to keep us in line. Hold on, it look a little ashy on here. Hold on, sorry about that. Look a little ashy. That's better. Until it did not work. Until it did not work. And now, what do they do like clockwork?
Notice, New Breed, are you going to come online and apologize to the American people? New Breed, are you going to practice what the Bible teach? Are you going to come on YouTube and repent and tell the world that you lied on Donald Trump? New Breed, I'm calling you out. If you can't come online to apologize to your viewers for lying, if you can't come online and repent and say, hey, I was wrong, I misled the public, I tried my best to shame Trump with a vicious lie. I'm guilty of spreading misinformation. You need to come into the public and repent and practice what the Bible says. Let's see if New Breed is going to practice what the Bible says. He ain't going to do that, guys. He is not going to do that. Is he going to come into the public and speak on these issues? I mean, look at this guy. This guy's a bum. Look how dusty he look in the car, bro. Just dusting it up, bro. This man will not come on YouTube and hold himself accountable, bro. He makes a video with false information and takes the video down after his viewers rebuked him and won't even come online to apologize to his viewers. What a sad dude, bro. What a sad dude. You know? This is crazy, man. Somebody in the chat says, look at you. Let me see. Somebody said, look at me. Look at you. You shouldn't be talking. Dusty? Dusty, bro. You see that? Moose knuckle vest. Let me see what we got here. Moose knuckle sweater. That's your rent and your mortgage right there. Dusty? That's your rent and your mortgage right there. That's your car note. Hurts, right? I know you're burning up. Jealous bum. Go get a damn job. Hater, let's go.
And my grandmother's about to get in the car, y'all. So my grandmother's 80 years old. So y'all gonna hear, y'all gonna hear an elder speak on this while we on the road.
Now he going to get his grandma to speak on the lie that he put out into the universe, guys. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Watch another hater here. Let me rebuke this other hater. Let me see. Somebody here says, oh, now we bragging, are we? Yeah, we bragging, you damn hater. You're dusty. You a damn bum. And you mad at me? How the hell you gonna call me dusty, bro? I work for mine. It's a problem with ninjas. Ninjas are always hating, bro. These dudes always hate, bro. They always hate. It's like, oh, now we bragging. No, you jealous, bro. You're jealous because you're dusty and you a bum. This person came at me and said, who are you to talk? You this, you that. Oh. You're showing off now? We bragging now? Yeah. Because by me stunting, I'm letting your dumb ass know not to even go there. You know what I mean? Because you don't want no smoke. Talking about Dusty. Dusty? Man, I tell you, bro. Ninjas stay hating all day, bro. Shout out to Lively Cuts for the 5. Says, new bonnet snap benefits kingdom has come to a screeching halt. That is a fact, gang. That is a fact, bro. These people be getting mad, bro. That's crazy. Bragging about making somebody else rich. Clown, you're broke. It's always broke people that talk, guys. It's always broke people bragging about making somebody else rich. Bro, what do you got? It's always a bum ASS ninja that got something to say to somebody else that win. This is why I tell you, bro, if you black, whether you're a black man, black woman, limit the people you keep around you because most of them will be jealous of you. If you invite people over your crib and they come in and things look good, everything is nice, bro, they're going to be mad as hell. They're going to be pissed off with you, fam, because they talk all this crap. They get mad, and it's like when you stunt on them, then they try to shame you for that. They call you dusty. They try to call you a bum. Then when you show them that just your vest and your sweater is their damn rent. Oh, you're bragging. You're showing off. You're this and that. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Do you want me to wear a bag so I could be dusty like you? You don't want me to win? So let me get this straight. If I'm dusty, I'm bad. If I dress nice and wear designer clothes, I'm bragging. Which one is it? How do you win? How do I win? What's the right way? Do I need to go shop at the thrift store and wear a rag? Would you feel better about? Of course you would, because now I'll look like you. And that's the problem with the black community. You're not allowed to be successful in the black community. You're not allowed to be successful at all. Look good, nothing, because they're going to criticize you. Shout out to Citizen of Humanity. Says can't are the people who shop what's that at Burlington. Shout out to Citizen of Humanity for the support. Let me see if there's any more hate in the comments, because I'll stunt on you even harder just now, man. I'll literally get you upset right now. Don't let me go. Don't let me stunt some more. Do not. I remember I was watching this video. I was supposed to do a reaction video to it where you had some dude on YouTube. I think he called out Anton Daniels about his watch. He said that his watch is fake, or he's wearing a fake Rolex or something like that. And Anton went and got all his watches and all the receipts and stunted and proved that he bought all these watches, and all the viewers was left mad. People were literally in shock. And the person who tried to diss him, I know they felt stupid. I might do a video on that. You have to understand, when it comes to black people, if you're white and you're viewing right now, the black community, right? They're not accustomed to other black people that got anything. They want them to be on the bottom. That's how it is, right? Not all blacks, but for the most part, the ones that have the victim mentality, they don't really have anything going on in their lives. They're not educated. They don't have no job. They don't want to do nothing with themselves. Typically, they don't like to see other black people successful in any way. So when they see nice things, right, they like to shame other black people. So the way it works in the black community, in case you're white and you're viewing Asian, Russian, whatever the case is, the way we do it as black men, black women, when other black people hate on us, the way we're able to make them understand where we're coming from, it's something called stunting. To stunt on a ninja is when you flex what you got and it make them realize, don't fuck with me. And what that does, it makes them realize, like, damn, here I am being a hater and this person is winning. Because all you got to do is either be cool with that person, be friends, so you can learn how you can win. But hating on somebody's success, it only makes you look stupid. It's just like when everybody talk about Trump in a negative way, but you need him to get your SNAP benefits. You busy hating on Trump, talking about Trump is this, but yet when everybody was damn hungry, y'all needed Trump to get them damn SNAP benefits. It don't make no sense. You hating on somebody, but you need them at the same time. You know what I mean? Don't disrespect people that are doing things and working hard to get where they need to go. And in the black community, they will all gather together to try to shame you. It's like hating on P. Diddy, hating on Jay-Z. They got money. They're not worried about you. You busy hating. Oh, Jay-Z is this, Trump, P. Diddy is that, and this celebrity is this. They don't care about what you're saying. You talking all that stuff. You broke, bro. You don't got no money in your pocket. You're living literally in a pit hole. And you literally online wasting your time shaming somebody for their success. Bro, I want to hang out with these people, bro. I want to know how they do it. Hey, yo, Jay. Hey, yo, bro, man. Hey, I'm trying to do this music thing, dog. I ain't looking for no handouts. All I want, bro, from you, as a man that's that successful, could you give me some wisdom on how I could take this song right here from point A to point B? I ain't looking for no handouts. I ain't looking for no money. I'm just looking for the wisdom from a man that got the experience. That's all I'm looking for. How to win. And that's the problem with ninjas, bro. All you do is hate. You don't know how to congratulate. I cannot stand that, bro. I cannot stand that mess. And this is what happens all the time, bro. How many of you, with a show of ones, as a black man, black woman, you elevated yourself, made better decisions, you started coming up in the world, and everybody started to hate you? Put a 1 in the chat if that's you. You started to come up, you started to make better decisions, you bought a new car, got a new house, and your family turned against you, friends turned against you, people hating you, community people hating you, your brother hate you, your sister hate you. I mean, like, damn. Everybody just started hating out of nowhere. And all you're doing is making better decisions for your life. It's like people want us to be at the bottom, bro. That's the problem with the black community. They want you to be on the bottom. They don't want you to come up. The minute you do, they'll shame you. Oh, you're showing off. Oh, you think you're better than me? Yes, I'm better than you. Get over it. If somebody makes more money than you, if they're living better than you, they're better than you. Own it. Own it. Don't sit there getting mad. When you go to a job and you barely making enough money to survive, and that person over there is making better decisions, they're earning more money than you, they're doing better than you. The best thing you can do is be their friend. The best thing you can do is humble yourself and be like, sir, ma'am, wow, I see you every day and you drive this beautiful car. Man, I'm lost for words, but I wanted to have a moment of your time just to ask you a simple question. I'm living from paycheck to paycheck, and I see your success, and I'm really happy for you. And I just want to know, can you offer any advice that can help a young guy like myself to achieve what you have, or at least be on the journey of obtaining it? Do you know that that person would literally talk to you? You probably might get an internship. You probably might get some mentorship. You might get the right kind of advice that'll put you in the right path. But because of hatred and jealousy, all you do is hate on people all day. The only people I want to hang around is successful people. I don't want to hang around nobody that's literally at the damn bottom. Because all you're going to get down there is a bunch of hate. That's all you're going to get. You can get mad at me all you want. You're going to remain right where you are. The only people I want to be around is people that's winning. People that's on their way. People that are coming up. Hey, yo, bro, what do you do? Yo, I'm a graphic designer, fam. I'm doing X, Y, and Z. Word? Hey, yo, bro, I need some work done on some graphics. Yo, maybe we could link up. We could do some business. All right, cool. Hey, yo, bro, what you doing, fam? Hey, yo, I'm into real estate, fam. Oh, you into real estate, dog? Hey, yo, I'm trying to get some property, man, on such and such. You think you could help me out with that? Hey, yo, I got you, bro. Yo, man, you a YouTuber? You do something? Yeah, that's what I do. Now we linking up. We doing business, bro. But no, you meet up with Jim Bob and Jay Ron and Pookie and Ray Ray in the hood. They're going to be jealous of you because they're going to see you come outside looking fly. And you know what they're going to do? They don't got nothing popping. Ain't nothing going on in their life. You can't use them and they can't use you. The way friendships and business relationships are supposed to be, I'm supposed to be able to benefit from you. You're supposed to be able to benefit from me. If I can't benefit from you, you're no use to me. If you can't benefit from me, I'm no use to you. We're not even supposed to be talking. Period. And that's why a lot of you don't have no sort of circle in terms of connections, in terms of business, friendships, relationships, whatever the case is, because you don't understand how the world works. All you do is sit around getting mad at the next man because you make poor decisions in your life. And that's the truth. No connections, no loyalty, no business strategy, nothing. That's why nobody can't work with you. Because you're selfish. All you think about is yourself. You get mad at the next man. Shout out to all the Haitian brothers out there that rock Ralph Lauren every day. When I was coming up as a kid, all the Haitians used to always wear polo every day. Polo all the time. Somebody said, well, they were boosting it. Doesn't matter if they were boosting it, if they were buying it. It doesn't matter. Them dudes fly every day. Every single day. And I wanted to be like that. Now I got a crazy polo collection. You know what I mean? And it's because I was motivated by all of them. Seeing them fly every day, I was bumming it out. But I was watching them Haitian brothers every single day. You literally see a lot of Haitian people today. A lot of Haitian guys, all they rock is Ralph Lauren. All day. Their clothing collection is crazy. Crazy. I'm talking about real Haitians. Their clothing collection is Ralph Lauren for days. You go in their closet, you be like, all you see is the fly gear. Like, man, you be like, damn, bro. Whew. You don't be playing, dog. And it is what it is, bro. You can't be hating on people, fam. So let's get back to the content, fam. Let's see. Somebody says, are they getting paid by them? It doesn't matter if they're getting paid by them. What matters is they're able to afford to do what they need to do. Everybody got their thing. Some people like fly cars. Some people like dressing good. Some people like a nice house. It all depends on what your thing is. You know what I mean? I just don't like when people hate on me because I choose to live my life a certain way and I work hard to achieve what I got. I don't like that. Why can't people learn to congratulate people? Why can't people learn to be show more love? It seems like the more you get something or you become more successful, People want to tear you down. It's like they want to bring you back down. They don't want to bring you up. And this is why a lot of times people that have anything, they don't show nothing. You don't know where they live. You don't know what car they drive. They always wear bummy clothes when they're on camera because they don't want nobody to know they got anything, because that's how they get support. But when people see you looking good, they figure, well, I don't got to support you because you wearing a designer vest, you wearing a designer sweater, so I don't got to support you. That's the mentality of black folk, fam. That's how they are. If they see you look good, they don't want to support you. If you go and start a black-owned business, you won't get no business from your people. None. They will not support you because they see it as you're becoming successful like white people. So in order to humble you, let's bring you down by not supporting you. It happens all the time. Let's go.
Because y'all got to hear what an elder thinks about this. Somebody who was around when Martin Luther King was in his prime. You got to understand what the elders say. See, this is perfect timing. She about to come down now. Matter of fact, I should go help her. Hold on, let me text her real quick. Y'all wait one moment. This is going to be monumental. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, she on her way down.
Notice a dumb troll in the chat says, I guarantee this man is single. He has that hypersensitivity that only single men have. Look how easily he loses his temper. They always try to say it's passion, but really it's emotional immaturity. I tell you, bro, like, it's like you can't win with these people, bro. You really can't win with these people, man. It's always something about he's single. And you're new to the platform because everybody on the platform already know my situation, right? Let's get back to the content. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
But I'm telling you right now, it's a crying shame, yo. And I'm gonna go help grandma. My uncle might be helping her. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna go help grandma, but I'm gonna chop it up with y'all. Yeah. I want to know where all the Trump supporters at. Where's MAGA at? Black MAGA in particular.
Now his attack is Black MAGA, guys. Anytime you see this, he's talking about me. New breed. Why are you not giving people the updates on your mama? You said you were out there in Cleveland, Ohio, because your mama was on her deathbed. That's what you told the public. You told the public that the doctors called you because it's not looking good, which means you better head on down there because she's at her final moments. Now it seems like there is no final moments. What is it? You grift the people. You lied to the people. You use that to create emotional energy to get support from the people. That's what you did that for, fam, and it's sick. Let's go.
Black MAGA in particular. Where y'all at? Look, y'all, it's brick out here in Ohio. Just brick. Yeah, it's snow out this joint. It feel like it's about 10 degrees outside.
And you walking around with a sweater. Where's your coat? You can't afford one? Where's your coat, New Breed? New Breed, how come you don't got a coat, dog? Damn. No coat? It's brick outside, 10 degrees, and you got on a hoodie? Bro, I tell you, man, it is just sad, guys. Real sad. And how come you ain't bring your kids so they can see grandma? I bet you they ain't see grandma in a minute. Shout out to Citizen of Humanity for the 5. Say they not picking up what they not picking up what you dropping, Ringo. They wouldn't recognize game if they had floor seats. That's the crazy thing, because I dropped a lot of information on them and it just went over their head. And those are the people that you can't really work with when it comes to business because they like staying at the bottom. Imagine working with people with no ambition, no drive, no nothing, bro. I can't work with that. You know what I mean? I like being around people that are go-getters, people that I don't even have to tell them what to do. They know what to do. They know how to win. When we come around, we just talking to the round table like, yo, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get this money. This is what I'm working on. That's what you working on. Okay, we see each other next week. We meet up. Boom, boom, boom. Woo, woo, woo. And then we get things popping. You talk to these people, they always hating and being angry. It's sick, man. Shout out to Robert. Robert for the 5. says facts. Keep doing you, Ringo. You're doing the Lord's work. Appreciate you sponsoring the show, fam. Shout out to Christina for the 10. Said he there to recruit his family. Wow, I didn't even think about that. He probably is, man. He probably trying to get his grandma and everybody else in the MLM. That's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. Yeah, he acting like he never seen snow before. Wow. Because there was no snow on the ground. There was snow in the lawn. The walk path was clearly clear. There was no snow in the walk path, but he making it seem like there's snow everywhere. Man, never seen snow a day in his life. He acting like he don't, you know? But let's get back to the content. Let's go.
Yeah.
Somebody said, man, you love repeating yourself. Well, that's more proof that you never graduated high school. I can guarantee you never graduated high school. You're a dropout and a bum with no job, because repetition is how you are educated and learn how to understand certain things, through repetition. And if that's a problem with you, can always leave. You don't need to be here. Go find something else to watch. Why are you even watching me? Right? That's the whole point. This is why you can't really get black folk to actually learn anything and understand business or understand the world, because education is not really important to them. That's just how it is. They don't want to be educated. Let's go.
Somebody said that in Columbus. Yeah. Yeah, these folks done lost their minds. Canceling Martin Luther King Day. Might lose signal for a little bit, but yo, it's a lot of people and folks in Ohio. Maybe I catch the stairs.
How come this man ain't talking to his mama? This man is supposed to be in the hospital focusing on his mama's recovery, and instead he's live streaming about Trump, and he lied about everything. He lied to the public, saying that the Trump administration, that Trump basically took away MLK Day and Juneteenth, which is a lie. That's a total lie. What they took away was the fee-free admission waiver at the national park. That's what they took away. That's all. In other words, you would have to now pay now to have entry. They didn't take nothing away in terms of the national holiday, but New Breed lied. Then he took the video down and he didn't issue a public apology or anything. He didn't come into videos and repent. He didn't come online and take accountability for lying. He deliberately lied on President Trump.
Catch the stairs so I don't lose signal. It's only a floor up.
Imagine walking through the hospital live streaming. You're not supposed to be doing that, fam. You're not supposed to be in the hospital live streaming. You're really not supposed to be doing that.
I show ones I'm still connected. And y'all gotta double tap the screen, get the lights up.
He's worried about getting the likes up, and his mom is in the hospital on her deathbed, guys. Could you believe this? This man told the world that his mom is in the hospital on her deathbed. He made it seem so serious, and yet he's live streaming about Trump, and he lied to the public. This is disgusting.
All right, so we still connected. And where the stairwell?
This is sad, man.
And she might. That's not good.
I could imagine this man most likely walked into the room where his mama is in, bro, and live streaming at the same time. This man probably was sitting down by the bedside live streaming while his mom is in the bed, bro. That's just sick, bro. You're a sick person for doing that, man. You lied to your viewers. He's probably in Ohio for a damn MLM meeting. I'm going to have to check online to see. They probably have an MLM meeting because it's another month, so it possibly could be another meeting. He might be out there for that MLM meeting. I don't know. It could be, guys. This is sick.
They said we mad because we actually got heroes. Yeah, that's a fact.
So Martin Luther King is your hero, New Breed? I thought Jesus Christ should be your hero. Martin Luther King is the hero of New Breed. Wow. We learn something every day, guys. Let's go.
That's a fact. Somebody said when you coming with new tracks. Soon.
People asking him when he's coming with new tracks when they should be asking him if his mom is okay. Ain't that sick? That's sick, man. That's his reception.
Hopefully we stay locked in.
It's sad, bro. Wow.
Right.
Shout out to Christina for the $10 support. Says, let's see what we got. So he has not seen his granny and fam in years. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When he touched down in Cleveland, he was like, oh, this is my first time in Cleveland. Then he corrected himself and said, oh, it's not my first time. But then he started asking everybody, oh, where do I go to eat? If you've been to Cleveland many times to see your mama, you would know where to go to eat. That's proof. This man never even visited his own mother, fam. This is sick, diabolical. Yeah, he did the lizard tongue again. The snake tongue.
I came up here to help you.
That's my grandson. I'm
live though.
Oh, okay.
But it's okay. I ain't gonna.
Okay.
Unless you want to be. But I want to talk about Martin Luther.
Now he exploiting grandma, bro. Why would you exploit grandma on a live, bro? Why would you do that? Why would you come on live lying about Trump taking away 2 national holidays or whatever the case is, and it's a lie, and then you bring grandma into the lie, bro? That's sad. That's nasty work.
Okay. And
Okay, let's go this one. I got the medicine thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Notice no update on his mom, bro. This man don't care about his mama. How come he didn't go and say, hey, fam, my mom is doing great? You know what I'm saying? Hey, mama, say hi to the people. He ain't come on camera and say, hey, guys, this is my mama, mom, say hi. Nothing, bro. The man don't even care, bro. Now he exploiting grandma.
Won't be on here much longer, but
this is sad,
I
bro.
was just chopping it up with them. Yeah, that's crazy.
What do you mean celebrate a leader? Martin Luther King is not my leader, fam. Jesus Christ is. What you talking about, leader? Martin Luther King is not my leader. What leader? Martin Luther King said that he led black people into a burning house. That's in his speech. He was upset with what he was doing because he was forced to say certain things to continue to pacify black people during that time. Martin Luther King is not no leader of black people. Never was, never will be. You understand? That is a whole lie. He was put in place to keep black people pacified during that season, during that time. And the reason why he was assassinated was because he was changing his mind about things he was doing, and they took him out. He was no leader of black people. Jesus Christ is the leader, and always remember that.
He got Juneteenth.
It's a legal holiday.
Right.
He's not the law.
Yep. And I don't think a lot of people online really know, how much Martin Luther King really contributed to the civil rights movement. But you were there.
Yeah, I was there.
Notice how he's exploiting his grandma for clicks and views. This is disgusting. This is nasty work, New Breed. How could you do that to grandma? How could you do that to grandma? We love our grandmas. How could you do that to grandma, to exploit grandma on social media for clicks and views, and you were lying the whole time about Trump? That's a damn shame.
Yeah. And he was, and see, they always hear about the I had a dream speech, and they kind of use that speech like a dog whistle to kind of calm us down and want to be integrated.
But we're not fools.
Yeah. But he had plenty of speeches that I heard. Hold on, what are we doing?
You go back to the lab and get in the car.
You want? No, this is the step. We'll do the elevator.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only one flight, but
Yeah, let's do the elevator.
do the elevator.
Let's do it.
You trying to make grandma walk down the stairs, bro, at 80 years old? You really said the steps, bro, to grandma? And she's 80 years old. You're telling grandma to go down the steps. This man was telling his grandma to go down the steps, y'all. She's 80 years old. Something wrong with this dude, bro. Something's wrong with him, guys.
Yeah, it stayed connected when I went on there. Yeah, they don't know when he was talking about marching down to Washington and getting the land and getting land grants. He said we going down there to get our checks.
That's right. That's right.
They don't never play those interviews.
No, they don't.
First of all, you exploiting grandma. She's 80 years old. And with respect to grandma, because I'm never disrespecting any grandmas. I love all grandmas. Shout out to all the grandmas. But this dude, New Breed, is disrespecting his grandma by exploiting her on social media. She's saying because she's a boomer. She was born during that time. It is what it is. But she's 80 years old, dog. She don't know what's going on with your live stream. She don't know what's happening. She's just going with the flow. You're using grandma, bro. You're exploiting grandma, the elderly, bro. How sick could you be, bro? That's so sick to be using grandma in that way, bro.
In those speeches.
She said, I have a dream.
Mm-hmm.
And your great-grandfather was at that very speech. He was in the audience.
See, she said that grandpa was at the speech in the very audience. Now, remember, we're dealing with boomers. We're dealing with people that don't understand all the different things that went on in that time in terms of what we know today about these individuals. Most boomers are set in their ways. So you can't really explain that to them because they're set in their ways. Martin Luther King's father was a Freemason. His his father was a Freemason. I already showed you all those receipts. Let me see if I can pull it up again. Boom, boom, boom. Give me a minute, guys. Give me a minute. Let me show you this again because we showed you this earlier, right? So let's get this on the screen. So as you can see, it says, no, Martin Luther King was not a Freemason, although his father and grandfather were. You see that? There was a plan for him to join, but his assassination prevented it. You see that? His assassination prevented him from happening. It says he did have a relationship with the organization, which means Martin Luther King had a relationship with Freemasonry. It says, where we at? And his life's work were sometimes seen as aligning with Masonic ideals, and he also spoke at a Masonic lodge. You see that? He spoke at a Masonic lodge. It says family connection. Both his father, Martin Luther King Sr., and his grandfather were Freemasons. Watch this. Future plans. In 1968, there was an arrangement for him to become a Mason upon his return to Atlanta. But he was assassinated before this could occur. So based on the facts, ladies and gentlemen, Martin Luther King was already heading on down back to Atlanta to become a Freemason, to join the lodge and do what he needed to do. And yet New Breed is defending him. New Breed don't even know the history that MLK's family was all Freemasons, bro. Freemasons. And he's defending them. Absolutely sick. But guys, check it out. I got to make a run. I got to get up on out of here, guys. It is what it is. I'm going to kind of end the show off here. I don't want to really hear any more of him exploiting grandma because this man is absolutely sick to be exploiting grandma. I think it's really disgusting. So I'm going to kind of cut it short right there because she's 80 years old. And, you know, we got to respect our grandmothers. So I just wanted you to hear a little tad bit because he literally was exploiting her for about, let me see, probably about 5 more minutes of just exploiting grandma, fam. Just absolutely disgusting. You know what I mean? So I'm going to pretty much end the live here. It is very clear and evident that New Breed lied about Trump. Trump did not remove Martin Luther King Day or Juneteenth. What was removed was the free waiver for the national park. That was removed, not the holiday, guys. So all the outrage he caused he need to repent and be held accountable for that. But he won't even do that. And it doesn't matter if he did, because we're going to continually expose him. I told you that anything New Breed make is going to only be misinformation, false information, and he's going to lie in order to get clicks and views. And now he exploited his grandma on a day where he's supposed to be showing love to his mama. New Breed came online telling the world that his mama literally was in the hospital dying. This is what he said, guys. This is what he did yesterday. This is what New Breed did yesterday, guys. This is what he did.
Greetings to everybody joining. I see y'all. I'm glad y'all catching another broadcast. This broadcast is a little bit different than my others. First and foremost, I would like y'all to get y'all prayers up. My mom's is in a hospital and she's been battling for some months now. And I'm actually on my way to Cleveland, Ohio today. I got a 3:30 flight. And I would appreciate if y'all prayers is up.
Do you see how he's making it like she's dying? Like, you know, it's urgent. But yet the man live streaming in Cleveland, Ohio, talking about Trump and lying.
But I've learned a lot. I learned a lot about family. I learned a lot about forgiveness.
Man, I had enough of this dude, bro. Like, this dude's a joke, bro. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Watch my live streams. Watch my uploads. Make sure you also subscribe to my Ringo TV Raw platform. I have another channel over there that literally uncovers his MLM alleged pyramid scheme. Check out those videos. We're going to have more content later on over there. We're going to talk about what I believe was a Masonic ceremony that New Breed may have allegedly been involved in. And I got the receipts. I got video proof. And we're going to bring all of that out too. So you guys, y'all have a blessed day. Enjoy your weekend. Drive safe if you are on the road. I really appreciate, you know, everybody stopping by. I'm going to go head out. Got to take care of some business. Yeah, so, hey, that's about it. Hey, double tap the screen to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you like my my content, my videos, if you like the fact that I was able to break this video down in a very special way, consider subscribing. If you don't like my content, if you think it sucks, if you don't like me, then maybe you don't need to subscribe, and it's perfectly okay. That's your choice. At the same time, we still appreciate you stopping by. All right, so shout out to you just for stopping by. Maybe we can meet on better terms. Maybe you'll like my content some other day. So you have a blessed one. I'm gonna get up on out of here. We'll be back later on with more content. So salute to the mods in the chat. Shout out to everybody that supported the show. And it is what it is. I'll catch you all in another video. So as I end the show, all the trolls, you can go ahead and type all your hate comments. You know, your last minute. You know how you do when I'm ending the stream and it's the last comment you want to say N words and insults or whatever. Now is the best time to do it. So I'm out of here, guys. Y'all take care. I'm out. Peace and blessings. We out of here.